course, he can't find it, but that's all right. He knows what's happened to it. So he comes back in, sits down, and looks at Miss Evelyn sitting there on the sofa, drunk as a goat. And he says, Evelyn, where's the whiskey? And Evelyn, she goes, and he says, Evelyn, where did you put the whiskey? Now, Reg is sitting there, and this is beginning to piss him off just a little bit. So he gets in her face, and he goes, and she says, I hid it in the toilet.
That's pretty funny.
I thought you might like that.
And is that where the whiskey was?
Oh, yeah. That's a favorite place for drunks to hide the bottle. But the point, of course, is that the drunk's concern ain't that he's going to die from drinking, which he is. It's that he's going to run out of whiskey before he gets a chance to do it. Are you hungry? I can come back to this. I ain't going to lose my place.
No, I'm all right. Go ahead.
If you was to hand a drunk a drink and tell him he really didn't want it, what do you reckon he'd say?
I think I know what he'd say.
Well, sure you do, but you'd still be right.
About him not really wanting it.
Yes, because what he really wants, he can't get it, or he thinks he can't get it. So what he really don't want, he can't get enough of.
So what is it he really wants?
Oh, you know what he really wants.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
What?
What?
You a hard case, man.
You're not exactly a David Beach yourself.
You don't know what he wants.
No, I do not.
He wants what everybody wants.
Which
He
is?
wants to be loved by God.
I don't want to be loved by God.
I love that. See how you cut right to it? He don't either. According to him, he just want to drink a whiskey. You a smart man, Professor. Why don't you tell me which one makes sense and which one don't?
I don't want to drink a whiskey either.
I thought you just got done asking for one.
I mean as a general
We
proposition.
ain't talking about no general propositions. We're talking about a drink.
Well, I don't have a drinking problem.
Well, you got some kind of problem.
But whatever kind of problem I have is not something I imagine can be addressed with the drink of liquor.
I love the way you put that. What can it be addressed with?
I think you know what it can be addressed with.
The Sunset Limited.
Yes.
And that's what you want.
That's what I want. Yes.
It's a mighty big drink of whiskey, Professor.
That I don't really want.
That you don't really want. Yes.
Well, I think I do want it.
Well, of course you do, honey. If you did, we wouldn't be sitting here.
Well, I disagree with you.
That's all right. That's a hand-down plan.
I don't think you understand that people such as myself see this yearning for God as something lacking in those people.
I do understand that. Couldn't agree more.
You agree with that?
Well, sure I do. What's lacking is God.
Well, as I say, we'll just have to disagree.
You ain't closing down the forum for discussion, are you?
Not at this juncture, no.
I had a little more to say.
How did I know that?
I did go to one or two AA meetings. A lot of the folks there didn't like the God part of it all that much, but I hadn't sit there too long before I figured out that the God part was really all the part there was. The problem wasn't that there was too much God in AA, it was that there wasn't enough. Now, I got a pretty thick head about some things, but I finally figured out that what was true about AA was probably true about a lot of other things too.
Well, I'm sorry, but to me the whole idea of God is just a load of crap.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, save us. Jesus! The professor's done blasphemed all over us. We ain't never going to be saved now.
You don't find that an evil thing to say?
Oh, mercy, no, Professor, I don't. But you does.
No, I don't. It's simply a fact.
No, it ain't no simply a fact. It's the biggest fact about you. Just about the only fact.
But you don't seem to think that it's so bad.
Well, I know it to be curable, so it ain't that bad. If you're talking about what that man up there think about it, I say that he's probably seen enough of it, and it don't bother him as bad as you might think. What if someone told you that you didn't exist, and you sitting there listening to him say it? That wouldn't really piss you off, would it?
No, you just feel sorry for them.
I think that's right. You might even want to try to get some help for him. Now, in my case, he had to holler at me out loud. Me laying there on that slab in two pieces that they sewed back together with some nigga that tried to call me like an apple. But still, I got to say that if God is God, he can speak to your heart at any time. And furthermore, I got to say that if he spoke to me, which he did, then he could speak to anybody.